Henderson show is live. Now, welcome everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Y'all been waiting for part 2 about Jenkins case, but in order for me to continue to do all that, y'all gotta subscribe, Subscribe. But today I want to talk to you about racism in the Chinese and Asian community. Yeah, they're pretty much talking about people are being racist towards them. And we're like, wait a minute. Black people have been dealing with racism since slavery. What are y'all talking about? Well, because of this outbreak of the coronavirus that came from China, a lot of people have been staying away from Asian establishments throughout the country. They were saying that Asian people have been discriminated against. There's been like in the UK, there had been a little Chinese boy, I think he was in high school or whatever. They said that he got jumped based upon the fact that they didn't want the coronavirus, and they beat him up, blacked his eye, and told him to go back to China, and he was living in the United Kingdom. So the racism surrounding the coronavirus is really has spread it like wildfire, more over than the virus itself. The virus has already killed 17 people. But worldwide, we got cases of almost 100,000 or more confirmed, according to the government. So Asians are now learning what it appears to be this backlash because the virus coming from China. So they're saying, well, hell, we're going to put all Asian people in a category as far as this virus. The white supremacists is like, where the hell is this coming from? They're looking at these Asian people like, don't be bringing that damn virus over here to the UK. They like, what the hell's going on? So we have this racism towards the Asian community. Now remember, the Asian community have not been able to look at their own racism as well. Remember, Asians are heavily racist towards black people. And now they're feeling the end result as what it feel like to be discriminated against. They were over there saying, even in their own country, they don't even sit by if a foreigner come in there. It's all types of intense situations that goes on as far as a foreigner going to China or he going to some parts of Asia. And so they're experiencing these problems and issues, and black people are like, wait a minute, we have always experienced racism. We have always dealt with that. Y'all over here talking about, what I'm saying, y'all can touch y'all, you had Jeannie Ma, who is dating, I guess, a young Jeezy, a rapper Jeezy. And she was on The View. Did y'all see what she said on The View about this issue about the coronavirus? I was trying to see if I could play a little bit. But anyway, she was on The View, and she pretty much was like, you can touch me, you can hug me, you can go and you can come on, black people and Hispanic and Latino, y'all can hug me. I'm not contagious with the coronavirus. Go ahead and hug me. Kiss me on the lip. That fat girl in there. What's the name? Is that Loni Love with her fat self? She talking about, I didn't get no kiss. I didn't get no hug. Whole fat self. Here you go. And yeah, they talking about quarantine Asian kids.
Disinformation coupled with fear leads to xenophobia, right? And xenophobia
leading to xenophobia.
Is fear against foreigners. So we just got to do better and know that when it comes to yourself. yourself, educate yourself so that you don't give life to educate.
And just a reminder that the coronavirus is not airborne. It's
Look at Loni Love, fat girl. You always got these certain types of black women who wants to forgive everybody. You got them out there. You got to watch that. You know, they always want to be forgiven. When a black man do something to them, they're ready to, I'm going to get my brother on you, I'm going to get my daddy on you, I'm going to get this. Or, you know, white men and Hispanic men and other men do something to them. None of that safe.
And it's out there.
But anyway,
allies to our Asian folks, our Asian friends.
Okay, so now, let me pause that right quick. Now they're talking about being allies to Asian people. Asian people have been discriminated against us for a very long time. Hello? They have, y'all remember Peter Liang, who shot and killed IKEA girlie? The Asian community came together and they were like, you know, he shouldn't be charged for killing this unarmed black man in a dark, a dark hallway or something like that. The Asian community came out, it was 10,000 of them say, look, who cares about that nigger? Our Asian police officer, he's protecting our community. He doesn't deserve to go to jail. You know, the Los Angeles Times reported back in 2016 that on a Saturday in February, Chivi Nigo, who owns Mr. Bokai restaurant in Brooklyn, took a rare 3-hour lunch break, closed his restaurant, and taped a sign of the door. We'll be at the rally for Peter Liang, reopened at 3 p.m. Nigo, a Chinese immigrant from Vietnam, rarely participated in politics, but that was before New York police officer Peter Liang fired his gun into the dark stairwell and a ricocheting bullet struck and killed an unarmed black man. Liang, who grew up in a New York Chinatown as the son of Chinese immigrant, became the first New York City officer in more than a decade to be convicted in a shooting in the line of duty. For Nigo, the case stirred a sense of injustice he had never felt before. He and more than 10,000 of other Asian Americans flooded the street in Brooklyn for what becomes the largest display of Chinese activists in recent history. Now that this Chinese guy, this police officer, killed a black man, it's okay for him to do that, according to these 10,000 Chinese people who have migrated to New York, who have abandoned their own economies, and now they're coming over here talking about, a black man deserved to be killed for no reason. An unarmed black man in some stairwell, let's shoot all over the place. So he don't have to go to jail now, right? That's according to this is the type of racism that Asian people have also inflicted upon black people. And now they're on The View. They got Asian people all over talking about, we are Americans. We love you, white supremacy. Why are you messing with us? It's those niggers you should be attacking. It's those niggers. They got Asian people everywhere. Now, what they was trying to do is that black man who sprayed that debris on the Asian guy, they're trying to charge him in New York, the same city, trying to charge him with a hate crime. Just because he sprayed debris debris on spray towards this Chinese man. They trying to say that's a hate crime because he did that. When you got a black man shot and killed in a stairwell just because it was dark, and this Chinese immigrant who was scared, did not call for backup, decided that he was going to shoot into a stairwell and kill an unarmed black man. So the Asian community came together. They also came together, Michelle Macklin, she came out there rooting around for this Daniel Halfclough of Oklahoma, who was raping all these black women. They came out. Michelle is trying to get this clown out of jail now. Michelle Macklin, she was over there making sure that she do her due diligence for the white supremacists. She was always on code with white supremacy. And so now that the white supremacists are looking at the Asian and Chinese community all strange about, wait a minute, what is going on about this coronavirus? We got people getting killed over this thing. what are y'all Asian people doing about the coronavirus? Come on and help us out here. So this Jeannie Ma, she's like, oh, you can help me. She was all on the real show. And I think that this was staged. This was staged because she goes and hugs a black woman first. Then she go hugging on Latinos and others. You can hug me. You don't need to be in fear. You can hug me. You know, that's what... I mean, these people, boy, they know how to play black folks good, you know. Because black people do not understand what racism is. And they can always get certain types of black folks who, like this Loni Love fat girl. We told y'all about Loni Love. We told y'all, see, this is how they're able to get jobs in Hollywood. All you have to do is just start, you know, attacking black men. And so that's exactly what Loni Love has done. And so they're upset with these black men who are on YouTube, like Tariq Nasheed, Professor Black Truth, Jason Black, and others, because we're telling the truth about how these white supremacists are doing things, you know. And so the Asian community, they were out there, they were pretty much trying to say that they now felt discriminated. Now they got people out there, you know, who is not even wanting to sit by Asian people. White people are saying, I don't want to sit by no Asian person. That person is coughing. That white dude to get up and he'll leave. See, he's not a racist according to them. But if I get up and, because I don't want to sit by an Asian person who's coughing, I'm all types of racist. I'm this. But they didn't, you know, they're not charging those kids in the United Kingdom that beat up that teenager and blacked his eye.